Genesis, I think around the 4th chapter, Lamach or Lamach, his name could be Kalama. He is saying that Noah is going to provide comfort. Now, if you notice in this encyclopedia, which is a concordance in one of my favorite Bibles, that word is not here. Comfort. To relieve distress, to console. Distress from what? Now, by right, comfort should be right here, but it's not. But we know it's in the Bible. We know that the King James Version uses the word comfort. Sources come from God, Christ. And this is the word that I'm looking for right here, because Jesus was in the beginning with God. Jesus' other name was Christ. And I'm sure he had other names, because if he was a king, if he was a royal at birth, then that means he had more than 2 names. And then that would cause people, some people not even want to deal with it, because they don't want to believe that Jesus was a real person. They want to dismiss him, and there's no reason for that. The Bible clearly states that he was in the beginning with God, that Jesus was in the beginning with God, not baby Jesus. Baby Jesus was filled with the Spirit and took on the ministry and the mantle of an ancient ministry. Yes, he died and he resurrected. Very true. But the Spirit that he had came from the ancient world. And Jesus was not the only person in the New Testament to die and resurrect. So it wasn't so much a miracle that he died and resurrected. It was a miracle that he was able to move around after the authorities said he was dead. But we have to go back to Noah, and maybe before Noah, to understand that Noah was called comfort, and understand what that is, and to focus a little bit more on the things that happened before the Hebrews, because this is not their story. And it could be one of the reasons why the pharaohs, some of the pharaohs, I don't know if he had any of the Sadducees follow him, but it could be why they rejected him, because Jesus, the name of Jesus is not Hebrew. It's not a Hebrew name. And neither is the word Messiah. It's older than Hebrew. And the word Christ is older than Hebrew. And we have to consider that in order to understand who Noah was. Who is Jesus? What is 1 Corinthians, I think the 15th chapter, what is it referring to when the writer, Paul said that there was the first Adam? There was the first man. There was the natural. There was the spiritual. These things matter in this story. And so for people who cannot find their roots, for people who are looking for their ancestry in the Bible, especially for those of African descent, because so much of it is said to have been lost, you only have to look at the story of Noah and what he distributed to his descendants in Genesis 10. So if you have anything to add to this, please feel free to do so. If you have any questions, if you have any corrections, please post it. Thank you for listening.